Hello, my comrades! Commissar Bro here today with Panzer Corps. Now, after doing a whole live stream event this weekend for this game, I sat down and figured, how have I never played this game before? And how have I never shown you guys this game? This game is freaking awesome. So, yeah. But I'll get right into it before I talk about how great I actually feel this game is. So, yeah. Anyway, so this is Panzer Corps, and we're actually playing the Soviet Corps campaign. If you've ever played Panzer General, you're probably familiar with this style of play. If you've ever played Warhammer 40k Armageddon, you're familiar with this style of play. And if you've ever played Order of Battle, you're familiar with this. It's all pretty similar. It's hex-based, and you have units of varying values. You have terrain bonuses and negativities depending on unit types, depending on what type of terrain it is, and so on and so forth. All in all, this game's really awesome. I really like it. And I actually, like I said, did a whole live stream event playing the game, and honestly, I kind of fell in love with this game. This game is great. So, what we're going to do is we're playing, I have no idea what this battle is actually. What battle is this? Let me look at the messages. The Vyazma Offensive. Alright, and we're actually playing on the general difficulty. We're playing on the hard difficulty. That's right. Because I take no less than the hard stuff. Oh, I gotta fix that tank. Yeah, we definitely gotta fix him. And we're also packing a bunch of KV-2s, so, and you know me and my tanks, right? I love my tanks. So, and plus the KV-2 is just ridiculous. 152 millimeter, like, of pure fury, man. Plus it can operate as an artillery unit as well. And there's really nothing worth upgrading it to unless we upgrade to the KV-1B, which is actually a really solid tank, but we're not going to do that. No, I'm going to stick with my 152s for now. Let's make sure all of our tanks are upgraded. It looks like they are. They're all upgraded to KV-1Bs or KV-2s. No KV-1As here. So, I guess I should probably explain things. So, you can buy units. You buy units with prestige. You have a certain amount of slots you can fill on the battlefield at one time. So, you can't have too many units despite having a very extensive list of reserves like I do. You've got infantry to choose from. All these infantry are different. They have stats that you can see here on the right. Tanks. All sorts of different tanks. From the early war tanks like the T-26S and the T-28 and the BT-5, all the way up to KV-2s and even IS-2s and whatnot. I think that you can get IS-2s in this game. Don't quote me on that. So, you've also got recon vehicles that provide better line of sight. Obviously would be used for spotting and whatnot. Anti-tank vehicles and emplacements. Not really emplacements, but, you know, like this, for example, the 45 millimeter. You get better stuff as you go along. You can give certain units, like horse transports or trucks, to move them along faster. You get massive artillery pieces, like the 203 millimeter, or just the good old reliable Katyusha, Stalin's organ, so on and so forth. You get anti-aircraft, which this 85 millimeter is awesome. Not only can this bad son of a gun shoot down enemy fighters and bombers, but it can also be used like a Flak 88, and it can be used as an anti-tank emplacement, blasting away enemy tanks with righteous fury, and it's pretty daggum good at what it does, let me tell you what. So, you've also got Air Force units, fighters, as we can see here, with Yak-1s, Lag-3s, and even Hurricane, Lend-Lease Hurricanes. Tactical bombers, strategic bombers. Now again, this is early on, and we don't have everything unlocked. This is early in the campaign, only maybe the 5th or 6th mission. We're not that far in it. But every mission is a battle for your life. Every mission counts. Every victory counts. Every defeat counts. And this isn't a game where if you lose, you start the mission over. No, indeed. If you lose in this game, you basically continue on. It's like a campaign, like a story-driven campaign in a sense, where you battle from area to area. And if you lose, you have less men to fight the next battle, making the next battle significantly harder. If you win, it makes the next battle easier, so on and so forth. Pretty straightforward stuff. But all in all, it's a lot of fun, and it's really, really cool. Like, again, I very much enjoy this game. I've put so much time into it over the past couple, like, honestly, the past week. I've probably put in about 24 hours on this game. And it's just a frickin' blast, like, playing it, and especially when you start to learn how various vehicles and weapons work. It's just great how they work in tandem together and or against each other. And as you can see, I have a lot of 85mm. I was not kidding. These things are anti-tank gods. Now, the big concern with the Soviets is we have been fighting a defensive battle this whole time. Like, pretty much this whole time, we've been fighting defensively against our opponents, the Germans, until the Battle of Moscow, which we won. We triumphed. Now, with every battle, you've got a couple of objectives. In this case, for just a plain victory, we just have to capture 3 objectives, which is real easy. But if we want to triumph, to truly win this battle in a glorious fashion, we have to capture all objectives, and at least 4 airborne units must survive. So, I don't see any of our airborne units. They'd probably come in later on. So it's going to be really tough for us, but we can do this. I have faith in us. We're also going to give ourselves some 85mm to protect our KV-2s and KV-1Bs. Another really cool feature in this game is you can name units. For example, this, let me find me a KV-2. How about this one, the 14th KV-2? We're going to name him the Commissar Bro tank. Yeah, that's the Commissar Bro command tank. Right there, this KV-2. And we're going to plop him right there in the woods, even though that's not a good place to end him on a turn. And we'll plop down some of these other people here. As you can see, I have a bunch of named tanks from where I was streaming this weekend. So, and we're going to lay down a bunch of KV 1Bs. We're going to support it with our Flak 88 or our Flak 85s is what I'm going to call them. A Flak 85, delicious, glorious, and unyielding in battle. But we need to be careful. Again, I don't know how this level is set up. I don't know how this fight is going to be. So we need to be very careful in how we're setting up. But I am going to put a bunch of tanks up here in the north. That's right. Because our tanks are so gloriously powerful in battle that I'm not even concerned about what our enemy is packing in the north. Like, seriously. Our success ratio is pretty insane. With my tanks. As you can see, the fact that I have so many, I've only lost maybe 1 or 2 tanks during this whole campaign. So I take my job very seriously in that regard. Alright, so we've got 1 more unit we can deploy. We're probably going to need some artillery, so we'll plop the artillery right here, and we'll put this right there on the outside of the artillery. So we're pretty much looking at kind of, this is going to be the engagement point. And these tanks are going to come and smash down hard upon our opponents. Now, we probably won't have enough time to play this whole scenario, but I feel like you'll get the general gist of what this game is about very shortly indeed. Alright, so we're going to start out by switching this to anti-tank mode. And we're going to go put a hole in this Panzer 4F. Oh, enemy artillery. It's okay, we still got a hit on. Oh, crud. That was not good. Now, as you can see, it gives you a damage value. Like it says, this is your loss value, this is your damage value. And our loss to damage value was much greater on this, but we didn't realize they had artillery hiding out in the city. So that caught us by surprise. What we're going to need to do is actually, that was probably a bad move, putting my anti-tank guy there. Yeah, see, he's vulnerable to that infantry, but hopefully he'll hold out well. And they have a lot of anti-tank here. They are prepared. They know what we're doing. Uh-oh. This isn't good. This isn't good. These are some not so great scenarios. The Germans are definitely entrenched, and they are waiting. They are waiting and ready to take us on. So what we need to do is we need to pull back our artillery, undoubtedly. We need to swap this down, ready to fire. And this guy is vulnerable in these woods, so we're going to get him out of the woods and engage this infantry from the side. Oh my god, that artillery is crazy this battle. Oh, Jesus, we're taking some serious damage right now. This is not good. But that's okay. We got this. We got this, guys. I have faith in us. We're going to blast that artillery. Nice. 7 damage. Send him running. That's what Daddy's talking about. Alright, and we're going to come in from the north. Oh, Christ. And they have a bunch of anti-tank guns just waiting for us. That's alright, though. We still have the advantage of numbers. So we can literally just overwhelm them with our overwhelming tank superiority. Okay, not as much damage as I was hoping for, but that's alright. We're going to put a hole in that Pack 36. I'm more concerned about bringing him down than I am taking out this tank. That tank will go down just fine once we get moving. Alright, now that we've opened up a gap, we'll move this to the side, and we'll put a hole in the side of that tank. Now, because these anti-tank guns are more defensive than they are aggressive, we might have trouble putting damage on them, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of wait it out a little bit. We're going to save our prestige to be able to fix up our troopers. And actually, we're going to send this guy up here to do some damage to that entrenched infantry. He took a little bit of damage, but that's okay. We want to make sure that this 85mm is not going to get killed on the next turn. That's kind of what I'm concerned about at the moment. Yeah, I'm concerned about that. We'll put it right there to keep that artillery piece relatively safe. Alright, so, and we also want to get out of range of this Flak 88. Essentially, he's going to move up one space and he's going to put a hole in our Commissar Bro command tank. So, we're going to want to move to his edge. Keep the distance between us so he can't move and close that gap. We'll put him up here. Seems like a safe place. Do a little bit more damage to that Panzer 4F. Send him running. Good job. Alright. But we could put the 53rd there, but the 53rd would be vulnerable. And there's too much artillery here for us to do the right amount of damage that we want to do. We'll put that right there. That is probably going to retreat on the next turn. We'll put him right here. Alright, looking good, looking good. So that's our first turn. And again, we've already got all of our units down already as it stands, so there's not going to be much movement from this point. Oh crap, I forgot about these guys. Assault! They would hold. Alright, that's alright. No big deal. Let's blow these cars up. Get in there, airborne paratroopers. Do work for me. Alright, so we've got all of our... Yeah, so we're going to need... Basically, we're going to need these guys... Ooh, that wouldn't be good. We got to get it around that. I'm not so concerned about taking this objective as much as I'm concerned with pushing up through the center, coming up behind these Flak 88s and flanking them, or even distracting their tanks and forcing them to retreat. If we can force the enemy tanks to retreat, we'll be well off. That's right. Alright. Looks like a real solid turn. Plus, we can come up behind this artillery, get that 15 centimeter out of here. That's right. Oh, that really hurt. That really hurt. That really hurt too. Oh, they're getting some good hits on us. It's alright though, we're good. We're good. We're dodging their airplanes. Ow. Ow. We're taking a little bit of damage, but now the Germans are attacking back and they're punishing us for some of our moves. Ooh, great job on the anti-tank gun holding out. And the Germans are hitting hard on our infantry in the west. They probably won't last, but that's okay. So, that's kind of a turn in this game. I'm not going to play much longer because, honestly, this would be a very time-consuming game to play. But I mainly wanted to show it off to you guys, and if this is something you're interested in, this is something that I'm going to start live streaming just for you guys. If it's something you would like to see, again, this Soviet campaign, I myself am very excited to play. Because, again, I'm really enjoying this game. I really enjoyed what I played over the live stream, and you know, it's really fun. It's very addicting, and it's honestly very cheap too. Like, well, I don't know, it's not on sale right now, but it was very cheap. So I would definitely keep my eyes out for it if it's on sale again. Definitely a recommended game from the Commissar Bro. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little playthrough of Soviet Corps campaign on Panzer Corps. It's awesome. Like I said, it's a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying my time with it. But anyway, this has been CB, and I'll see you next time.